Hello, I'm Brian Gleason, and this is John DeCosmo. Today we're going to begin by showing you the recommended tools needed for the repairs of lighting. You'll occasionally need a needle nose pliers, a narrow screwdriver, a flashlight, and electrical tape. We don't advocate the use of a buzz box. This is an archaic repair device that was first used on factory lines in the Far East many years ago, and there is a potential danger that exists through its use. It's not UL listed and simply not safe.
You'll always need the Lightkeeper Pro. There simply isn't a tool in the marketplace that comes close to it. It was invented by Mr. Rich Frederick. Rich has over 25 patents to his name and builds beautiful Christmas displays each year. Those displays have endured many light set failures, prompting his quest to create the best tool possible. The Lightkeeper Pro can repair light sets instantly, as we will later demonstrate. It currently has 5 U.S. patents, Asian and European patents with additional pending. It is UL listed, safe, and has revolutionized the ways of light set repair.
The Lightkeeper Pro's features include a quick fix trigger, a voltage detector, a bulb and fuse tester, a bulb puller, and storage in the handle. It also comes with 3 1.5 volt button cell batteries. The Lightkeeper Pro is available at finer merchants across the US and Canada. An international version for 220 volt light sets is also available. The causes of light set failure include an internal bulb failure, a loose, broken, or missing bulb, a poor connection within the bulb socket, a loose or blown fuse, a broken wire or plug, or a poor connection at the power source. The first step in light set repair is to evaluate the light set visually to check that all the bulbs are present, not broken, pushed in tight, and simply that the light set is plugged into an operational outlet. If you need to replace a bulb, do so as such. This bulb puller is simply the best there is in the market. Electricity is invisible, making the job tougher. With that said, we don't recommend community repair of a light set. That would mean more than one person working on a non-functioning light set at the same time. Ken repairs our pre-lit trees, and he will speak shortly. But he came up with a great term for harm that we do unknowingly to a non-working set. The term is self-inflicted wound. Use more care on a non-working set when returning the bulb to its socket. One problem can become many through negligence.
Please use caution with all electrical products. Constantly improving standards and field testing on the part of UL has resulted in better and safer products. Replace bulbs and fuses with those of the same rating and type. UL recommends that a maximum of 3 standard light sets are plugged together end-to-end, and a maximum of 6 commercial grade sets are plugged together end-to-end. Conduct all of your repairs in a safe manner, consulting with an electrician for any issues that have left you uncertain of what to do. It is highly recommended that you use a ground fault circuit interrupter or GFCI for your outdoor displays. And keep any real trees constantly watered to reduce the possibility of fire hazard. The most common problem in light set failure is when a single bulb filament fails to work and the shunt within the bulb does not properly activate. The result is an open circuit at that point. The continuous metal-to-metal path has been interrupted, halting the flow of power. It's the combination of a broken filament and subsequent shunt failure that causes a set to fail. There's no way for a factory to pre-test shunts. The entire section of that light set will not illuminate. We'll demonstrate how to activate that shunt through the use of the Lightkeeper Pro. Once that shunt is activated and the light set is working, that bulb needs to be replaced.
The first step, remove any single easy-to-reach light bulb from the non-working section and insert our socket connector. Make certain that there is no debris in your way, including tinsel garland. Pull the quick fix trigger, sending pulses of energy into the light set. It's imperative that the metal of the Lightkeeper Pro make firm contact with the metals of the bulb socket. Pull the trigger until the set illuminates. It may take 20 pulls of the trigger. Your repair is almost complete. Remove the socket connector and replace the socket with the bulb that you've previously removed. If you repaired the set, you did so by breaking through the shunt's insulated oxide coating. Current now flows through the bulb. This shunt is currently acting as a bypass device and re-established electrical continuity. You can see that our set works now, and this bulb needs to be replaced. On the rare occasion that a set goes out, right after being repaired, you will need to repeat the pulsing process to complete the repair. The weld may not have taken the first time. With almost every repair, the fix is permanent. Be sure to replace this unlit bulb, because it was likely the cause of your trouble, and also replace any other unlit bulbs. If the set should illuminate when you first insert the socket connector into the non-working set, you happen to be lucky. In this case, you've chosen the one bulb that had caused the trouble. Replace that bulb. For internal bulb failure, it's as simple as plug, click, fix.
For an additional measure of safety, this entire process could be done with the lights unplugged. First, identify the section of the light set not working. Unplug the light set and then remove one of the previously unlit bulbs. With the bulb removed and the bulb socket inspected for good contacts, insert the Lightkeeper Pro's socket connector into the bulb socket and pull the trigger 20 times. Now, replace the bulb and then plug your light set back into the outlet. We're often asked how the quick fix trigger works. The answer is through the use of a piezo. A piezo is a mechanical, spring-activated device. It generates its own energy and operates without batteries. The Lightkeeper's piezo sends the pulse of energy into the light set with each click. It has other applications, such as being used in lighters. You cannot harm the light set by pulling the trigger too many times. The pulse that was just sent through the light set works like the cleaning of a clogged pipe. Only when it reaches an obstruction, the pulse clears it and the current will flow smoothly again. If you've clicked 20 times and not repaired the set, it's time to use our alternate methods.
If you are unable to repair the light set using our quick fix trigger, use our audible voltage detector to identify the point at which the circuit is broken and the voltage has been interrupted. Our voltage detector is specifically designed for non-working holiday lights and all the various conditions that exist, including the heat of Hawaii and the cold of Alaska. The voltage detector is not designed to beep when held close to a fully illuminated set. Current enters one wire of the light set and exits through the second wire, creating a complete circuit. With the light set plugged into the power source, check the first bulb of the non-working light set by holding the tip of the Lightkeeper Pro against the glass of the bulb at the point where it meets the plastic. The tip contains an antenna wire to detect the voltage. Varying the angle of the tip and positioning can help increase the signal. The beeping tone at the first bulb closest to the plug indicates the presence of 120 volts. Power is then traveling toward the back of the light set. If you hear no beeping, reverse the polarity of the plug, thus changing the direction of the current flow. Now scan ahead to each non-working bulb, listening for a bulb that no longer beeps. You can jump ahead by testing, for example, each 10th bulb, then working backwards when you reach a non-functional bulb. When you reach the first bulb that doesn't beep, you're in the vicinity of the interruption.
Now we switch our methodology to a wire scan to complete the repair of this light set. Notice that a scanning is accomplished by first determining the proper distance to hold the detector from the wire. Scanning at a distance too close to the wires can give you false readings. In this case, we clearly start beeping at 1/2 inch from the wire. Once that's established, continue your scan to the point of interruption. Notice, as we pull the wires away from the set, you can identify the wire that has current flowing through it and the one that does not. Reverse the polarity and we get opposite results. Notice the effect of holding your hand too close to the area that you are measuring voltage in. Watch this wire. We know that it had voltage in it, yet my hand serves to dampen the field, causing erroneous results. Your hand can clearly interfere with voltage detection. Remove the bulb and test it in our bulb tester. If it does not illuminate, replace it with the extra bulbs that come with your light set. If it does illuminate, make certain that the wires of the bulb are centered and make firm contact with the brass contacts within the lamp socket. Sometimes the brass contacts inside the bulb socket are not in place. There are occasions whereby one has slipped down or is bent over. It was likely made this way in error and was always making minimal contact. To repair this, we must unplug the product. We use our needle nose pliers and push the wire and contact up and place the brass contact back into the molded channel using our narrow screwdriver. A nail can readily repair a bent brass contact. Always unplug electrical products prior to their repair. Remember to return the light bulb to its socket. If it still does not illuminate, use the voltage detector to further assess the set. A user can unintentionally cause additional problems for a light set unknowingly, usually by not replacing bulbs properly. On occasion, a light set has more than one point of interruption. This necessitates a repeating of the voltage detection process to discover the next point of voltage interruption. This is a great time to speak about a related concept. Some light sets blink on and off. When it's rapid, your light set likely has a flasher bulb installed. This bulb can be identified by its red tip. However, some light sets simply blink on and off repeatedly, for example in 5-minute increments. The source of that blinking is normally traced to a poor connection within one lamp socket. It's very important to note that you can only conduct an effective repair of this light set when the set is in the blinking off mode. The unlit set must remain plugged in. It is only then that our voltage detector can locate the source of the interruption. The blinking is basically due to expansion and contraction within the errant socket.
Fuse troubles are extremely rare and normally occur only in a light set that has been connected end to end. Too often, the fuses are checked and replaced unnecessarily. The easiest way to rule out a fuse problem on an end-to-end set is to plug another light set into the female connector of the light set that is out. If it works, that set does not have a fuse problem. If the fuses did blow, please understand that this is indicative of an issue to correct. It normally indicates that you have overloaded the circuit, meaning that too much power is being placed through the sets. The fuses that come with each light set are a great safety device. Standard light sets normally use 3 amp fuses, and commercial grade light sets use 5 amp fuses. Should you need to test a fuse, the Lightkeeper Pro comes equipped with a built-in fuse tester. Another fuse problem relates to extension cords. Too many light sets plugged into an extension cord would cause failure. Quite often, a spare fuse is placed within the fuse holder of the male plug. Fuses also keep us safe from the short circuits that may occur. Remember, fuses are there for your safety.
Burned out bulbs on a working light set should always be replaced. Each non-working bulb shortens the life of the light set. A non-illuminated bulb draws no voltage. Therefore, the 120 volts in the series is spread across the other functional bulbs. This causes the lit bulbs to burn hotter. As a point of reference, 2 non-functional bulbs reduce the life of a 50 light set by 39%. 4 non-functional bulbs reduce the remaining life of a 50 light set by 63%. Failure to replace burned out bulbs will result in the eventual cascade burnout of the entire set. This begins with the remaining bulbs burning substantially brighter, followed by total failure. Signs of a well-aged light set are excessive amounts of black residual deposited on the inside of the glass. This is a great way for you to know if the product you are working on is used up. If a tree or other product that has been given to you for repair has several burned out sets and non-working bulbs within the working sets, you've got a product at the end of its useful life. The only way to repair a light set that is burned out like this is to replace every bulb in the set or buy a new set. Failure to replace every bulb will result in the repeated failure of that set as another aged bulb fails.